Now, is this gonna be a 40-minute video? I don't know. Look, the thread is not that long. Then again, I did turn a 40-second arcane teaser into a 10-minute video, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. Anyway, so let's get through this. I haven't actually fully read this yet, and that's on purpose. I haven't fully read this yet because I wanted to save it. Because this is gonna be a glorious reaction. Do I have to like individually click on all of it? Okay, I will have to click on them one by one. I have only very quickly went through this, so I know what's going on. I don't know the details, so that's why I'm ready to dive into this. So, literally 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago, Trindamir came out and gave us some news on Riot's MMO. Now, Riot's MMO is not dead. At least to our grandchildren. When it comes to us, I don't know if we're gonna see it. So, hey all, we know many of you are hungry for news about Riot Games and the MMO project. And we really appreciate your patience and the incredible support you've shown us so far. I'm writing to update you today on where we are at. And before anyone panics, yes, we are still working on the game. Thank you, nature. Thank you for a prime. So yeah, okay, so MMO alive. MMO is alive. Don't panic, guys. Don't panic. After a lot of reflection and discussion, we've decided to reset the direction of the project some time ago. See, he says some time ago. So it's not like they are like, okay, we are resetting it today. That's not what he said.
So at 100 months sub anniversary, we may be playing the MMO Mort do G chatting.
Don't. But Lucas, thank you though. I really appreciate it, but don't. So... So, no, some time ago is not yesterday. So they did reset this a while ago. Now, I did sign an NDA, so I can't really tell you what I saw when I was at Riot and I was doing the interviews. I think I can just say, when did this happen? I have no idea. I have no reference. I have no window. This could have been... Then again, where was I at Riot? Was it a year ago? I think it was June of last year. So it was a year ago. Now, if he says that they reset a while ago, was it more than a year? I doubt it. I think it was more like 4 months ago is my guess. My guess is like they basically like reset everything like 4 months ago. Now, here's my thought on this. What I think might have happened is because I wasn't the only one who was invited to Riot. If you go through social media, and you know, this is not an NDA, this is literally just public, there are pictures everywhere. Some people from OTK were also at Riot. I think Asman was there the week before me. I think I saw Asfant post a picture at Riot. There was like a bunch of MMO people were invited to Riot. And so I'm like, again, no NDA, this is literally just like thoughts from my head. I'm wondering, was maybe Riot collecting feedback from people and they realized, yeah, we're going in the wrong direction, and so they want to make a better game and that's why they are resetting this? Because that's possible. Also, when you say reset, I don't think they are resetting like they are like scrapping everything and they are building it from the ground up. No. From engineering's point of view, they are gonna like use what they've already made. If they have assets of like stuff in the world, they will still use the same assets. It's more like we are resetting like the direction we're going. It's like it's... So they are not really starting from 0, but if they were, you know, from 0 to 100, if they were at like 20, well, they went back to 10. So it sucks. It's still not as massive. It is still massive. I'm trying to say it's not that bad, okay? I am not on copium. Anyway, let's continue. This decision wasn't easy, but was necessary. The initial version just wasn't different enough from what we can play today. This line confuses me. But hold on, I'll come back to that. We don't believe you all want an MMO that you've played before with Runeterra Code of Paint. Guys, in the chat. I do believe this is what people do. Most do, exactly. I want that. I know. I'm not going crazy, right? I'm not going crazy. People want this. Okay, so I'm not going crazy. Thank God. Okay. Because I was like, no. We actually, there is literally the reason why Classic WoW went so big is because people want the classic formula and no one is doing it. No one is doing it! Because modern WoW is not old WoW. Final Fantasy is not old WoW. Guild Wars, not old WoW. Ashes of Creation, pretty close, still not the original formula, and Ghost Crawlers MMO is totally going in a different direction too. Nobody is making the old school MMO genre. This is why when Classic WoW was released, it annihilated every other MMO. Which is insane, because it is like how many years old now? Like everyone wants the classic formula, but no one's making it. That's my point of view on this. And I just like... This is why I don't understand this. Because I know Tryndamere is a fan of classic WoW too. Because he, with Meddler, and I don't know who else was on their team, they actually leveled to 60 when Classic WoW Hardcore came out. They all actually have level 60s on Classic WoW Hardcore. So, I know he's a fan. That's why this is confusing to me. That's why I don't get this. Because I believe people want to see this, but no one's making it. We want the original classic MMO genre with Code of Paint from Runeterra. Okay. I thought I would be like, you know, the outlier here, because I know, because video games in general, the audience, the gaming audience changed so much. And League is the biggest proof of this. Because every now and then, when a game goes big, it kind of burns the audience on an idea, and there is a big shift in what's gonna be big next. When it comes to League, League was the top game for so many years that people got burned on competitiveness. That's why Fortnite, Battle Royale being the next one in line, well, in general, Fortnite is not a competitive game. Like, you may look at it like, oh, you know, there are these pros doing all these crazy things. Sure. But when you go into a Battle Royale, you do not think, I'm gonna win. Because there is 99 to 1 that you're not gonna win. There are 99 other people. Like, you're going into the game with the thought that you are very likely not gonna win. It's the exact opposite of League, where you are coin flipping if you wanna win or you wanna lose. So the gaming audience is changing all the time. With that said, it changed in such a way that people are craving the old school MMO again. That's why, this is something that many of you may not know, old school RuneScape is kind of going up again. And that's because, like, there is a full loop that's just completed. And now people want the classic MMOs again, because it is a really cool social experience that you can't get anywhere else. Now, I have never played old school RuneScape. I've never played any RuneScape. I just know it's going big because, you know, I'm working on my own game in my free time, so I'm kind of like, you know, doing these analytics, so I know like what's trending, okay? But this is why I do not understand this line. I do not. This threw me off. I do not understand this. I actually don't. And Lady of Silence. Oh, the irony, because I know what line is gonna come next. Thank you for the prime. Alright, let's continue. To truly do justice to the potential of Runeterra and to meet the incredibly high expectations of players around the world, we need to do something that truly feels like a significant evolution to the genre. This scares me, because Ghost Crawlers MMO is trying to evolve the genre. That's why they are going for the shard system. Ashes of Creation is trying to evolve the genre. That's why they are doing the entire region-based system. And now we have Riot's MMO that is also doing the same thing? New World, I haven't I played like 4 hours of New World. I don't actually know what experiment they tried. I know that New World also didn't land. That's what I know. But now you have Riot's MMO also, like, you know, trying to evolve. Again, this goes back to what I just said. Everyone's trying to evolve. No one is focusing on a classic MMO experience. No one is focusing on that. That's why WoW still rules for who knows, God knows why. I can't tell you why WoW is the top MMO. I can't tell you because I don't understand either. There's no competition basically. Besides Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy, really good competition. It's like, damn it. Anyway, so this is a huge challenge, but one that our team is deeply passionate. But one that our team of deeply passionate MMO players and game development veterans is incredibly motivated to pursue. On the dev side, sure, I understand this. I understand that people are like, well, we don't wanna. This is something that like no developer ever wants to do. No one ever wants to be like, I'm just gonna make this game. No one ever wants to do that. I'm gonna give you an example of myself. When I was deciding what kind of game I wanna make, I got inspired by a bunch of games, and I was like, you know, what if I make like, I don't know, Hollow Knight? Well, I don't wanna make Hollow Knight, that exists. I wanna make something cool that's mine, right? And like, except Palworld? No! Palworld was like, they took the genre from Pokemon, but they were like, you know what? We're not making Pokemon, we're making something cooler. And that's what they did. They made Pokemon cooler. And that's what Riot is trying to do. They are trying to take the MMO and they're like, well, we don't want to make an MMO. We want to make an MMO, but make it cooler. That's why I understand this from the developer's perspective. That's why I understand what they are going for. It is such a risk, though. And that's the thing, like, I understand what he means with this. I can't tell you if it's a good decision, though. That's... wow, with guns and slavery, huh? Alrighty. They already have that. You probably don't know the story of orcs and what the orcs did to the red dragons, right? Yeah, you probably don't know what they did to the dragons, right? Okay. Don't Google that. With this new direction, I'm excited to introduce... Ooh, hold on, new person. Fabrisu? Fab. That's probably a bad name. I don't know how to... I'm really trying. I'm humble European. Don't know how to pronounce that. Fabrisu. That's what it is now. As a new executive producer of the MMO... Oh, Fabrice. Okay. Fabrice's experience. As a player and passion of creating immersive worlds is extraordinary. Having led big projects at Riot, BioWare, and EA, he brings fresh perspective, shared commitment to excellence that will guide our team as they continue on this difficult journey. So obviously everyone's gonna be like, Bio, EA, right? Everyone's gonna be EA. Yeah, EA is scary, kinda. BioWare, not really. Like, what's the worst BioWare did? Mass Effect Andromeda. Before that, kinda bangers, okay? Andromeda was the breaking point. That's where everyone was like, I don't know. Anthem was EA though. It's BioWare. No, Anthem was EA. That wasn't BioWare, was it? Was it BioWare published by EA? There's no way. No, but Andromeda was BioWare published by EA. Or am I wrong? Is Anthem the same thing? If yes, okay, I am scared. It was... Oh, no way. Hold on. Oh, no. No. Hold on. Anthem. I don't want to buy... Get Anthem. You can get it? I thought it shut down. What do you mean, get... What do you mean, get Anthem? Is that it gone? There's no way it's still up, right? Hold on, there's gotta be like a publisher or something. Sign up. But oh! Well. Trindamir! Thank you for the sub. See, now I don't know if you're the real. Oh my god, there we go. I was about to say, I do not know if you're the real deal. Well, I think that is it. Hold on, I need to hold on. We're gonna have a lot of chickens on the screen now. Hold on. I probably need to. Oh god, I really do appreciate that. Okay, I really do. Hold on. I need to mute the chickens though. Hold on, can I just? Hold on. When the next chicken pops up, tell me if you can hear it. Should be muted, right? There we go. There we go. No sound? Okay, good. I really do appreciate it. So, this will not affect anything that I'm saying right now, okay? This will not affect anything that I'm saying right now. So, people will be immediately about like, BioWare and EA. BioWare, besides Andromeda, pretty banger stuff. EA, that one's scary, but you have to realize one thing. This is actually extremely important. When you look at these big corporations and big developers, if someone is like a high position or like a lead of a product at one of these companies, if there is a product that comes out and it's bad, there is a reason for that. No developer ever wants to make a bad game. And I mean that like literally no developer ever wants to make a bad game. Which means it is bad because it was rushed out for some reason. Now from that point on, it could be stuff like, the financial management has to push out quarterly earnings, so they have to rush out the games, stuff like that. So you may have a person that was working on BioWare and EA making big games. That doesn't mean that they ruin those games. There's always reason behind this. That's why this has so many layers. The best example of this is probably Blizzard, where Blizzard has incredible developers. The way it was managed, not great. I really appreciate you. It's Trindamir gone. There's a lot of people in chat. Did I miss you? I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Now, so when it comes to this kind of management, when it comes to you have a person that's from they were on these teams. That doesn't say anything because we don't really know the reason why everything burned if it burns. So, yeah, Trindamir left. Now we can backstab him. No, as I said, it's not gonna change anything. So this, people will jump the gun and they will be like, oh, EA, BioWare. No, this doesn't mean anything. This actually doesn't mean anything. I don't know actually what, executive producer, games, X. You could do a quick Google search. I don't want to be a stalker, but I don't know. Can we find, because this is a gamer tag, I don't think I'm gonna be able to find like what specifically he was working on. I'm not really able to find anything, but this doesn't mean anything. But be ready for the fact that there will be a lot of people on the internet who will jump the gun on this. This is ignore this, pointless. So next up, we started laying the groundwork for this pivot point some time ago, and over the last year under VJ Tucker, absolute badass. Under his management, we built key components on the technical foundation to create the kind of ambitious game we're talking about. We're grateful for VJ's leadership, and that he'll be part of the game. Okay, he'll be part of the game leadership team going forward as our technical director. Okay, thank God, because VJ is a badass, okay? That's the guy that when I was doing the interview, like that was like in my head, that was the new face of Riot's MMO, okay? What an amazing guy. Okay, thank God they are keeping him. Thank God. So, technical director is most likely going to be... how do I put this? The way... gameplay feel is probably the best word for this. Like, the reason... Imagine... You know why when you play MMOs, WoW feels the best? WoW has the best gameplay feel. The movement is snappy, the targeting works, the spells connect perfectly, the numbers are satisfying. It's like that kind of stuff. But also, technical director can also be stuff like networking, stuff like how you're gonna connect players together, stuff like how many people you can shove into a raid, you know, technical stuff like that. So it is broader, but that's because he's the director. So he's basically sitting there being like, you know, are we going in a good direction with this game? On the technical level, not on the art level. Basically, yeah, take an MMO, scrap the art, that's the job. Basically. Really broad stroke, but it's kinda what it is. But he said, again, the pivot was some time ago. And over the last year, see, this is where my theory might be correct. I think Riot did invite a bunch of creators to their headquarters because they wanted to see opinions before they like lock in. And maybe from all the different people who were at Riot, maybe they got different opinions and they were like, you know what, maybe we should go in a different direction. And that's what they are doing right now. Because if you go through like the pictures on Twitter, you'll see a lot of different creators being at Riot roughly a year ago. It was June last year. So maybe the very base of this decision is actually a smart one, all right? Maybe it's informed one because they heard feedback, or rather they were like lurking for opinions and they got different ones. Reveal what you know? Well, there is this thing called NDA that you kind of like sign when you go to Riot. So I know. Alright, next up. Resetting our development path also means that we will be going dark for some time. Likely several years. You never went light. Like, we were always in the dark. Like sure, Ghostcrawler kind of like broke the veil a little bit. We're not any lighter than we were before. We're still kind of dark. So I mean, that's why it's probably in quotes, okay? You know, going dark means like we're not probably gonna even mention it in... Because they did where did they mention it? They mentioned it during the layoffs. There was a little sentence about the MMO, wasn't there? I don't remember now. During the layoffs, they, you know... So I assume they will skip this as well. Now... How much is several? Okay, several. I need literal definition so we can hold Tryndamere accountable. Several means more than two, but not many. Okay, how much is many? What do you mean? More than two, but not many. Okay, so it's... Okay, so how much is many? A large number of. Great. So guys, we're getting the MMO in more than 2 years, but not more than a large number of. Okay? Just be ready for that. Okay? This silence will help provide space for the team to focus on incredible amount of work ahead of them. Of course. We understand the excitement and anticipation that surrounds new information, but we ask for your trust during this silent phase. Hold on, I'll get to that. Remember, no news is good news, as it means we're hard at work. sometimes that means the thing is getting cancelled, okay? Pouring our hearts and souls into making something that we hope you'll love. So... See, we asked for trust during the silent phase. Remember one thing. Valorant was made completely in silence. Completely in silence. Valorant, you can say whatever you want. It is a banger game. There is a reason why it's popular. Project L went through, after being announced, nothing. Total silence. And then, was it 2 years later? 3 years later? Was it longer? 2 or 3 years later, they were like, all right, we're back. We remade the game. Here's the graphics, you know, and they totally swapped around what it looked like. Which means the exact same thing that happens to Project L is basically happening to Riot's MMO. Where they had a direction and they saw it's not a great one. We need to hard pivot around. To XKO? No, it's not 2XKO, it's Project L. No, screw that. Dude, 2XKO is gonna come out, people will still call it Project L. I'm calling it. So like, you know, we ask you for trust during the silent phase. To be as fair as possible, Riot did earn the trust with being silent and then delivering stuff. The same goes with Arcane. Arcane, during the anniversary, we got a little teaser for Arcane, 2 years silence, then we started getting the trailers. So like, yeah, it works for them when they do it like this. Right, an introvert? Yeah, yeah, actually, yes. So yeah, God, it sucks though. Also, hey, I'm gonna pause this. It's Twitter. I'm not. There's gonna be probably the adult movie coming out of this. Thank you for believing us and for your patience. We're incredibly committed to this mission and we look forward to the adventure ahead of the storage world altogether. So, I actually saw some people thinking that with this they mean... which line was it? Was it here? So, because of this sentence, we don't believe you all want an MMO that you've played before with Runeterra Code of Pain. Some people think that they reset the MMO because they want to pivot away from Runeterra. Like, they want to make an MMO that is not in the Runeterra IP. I heavily do not believe that's the case. Because that's the point. That is what people want. That's the point. People want an MMO in League of Legends. Or in the universe of League of Legends. If you took the League of Legends out of it, now you only have an MMO that is just an MMO. There is no way you can do that. Absolutely none. Absolutely no way. And also, Shadow Warrior. Like, somewhere later, you'll probably see your bitsies. Thank you. 12 minutes ago. So... yeah, like... Here's the thing. Oh, this sucks! But it could be also good? Because, besides this... there were kind of shots fired, okay? Shots fired from Ghostcrawler making their own MMO, okay? I wish the Riot MMO well. They have a great world to explore and the team is truly top-notch. I will definitely play the crap out of it. 2 of the reasons I founded my own studio are 1, I don't want to take 10 years to develop a game, and 2, I want to develop it in the open with players along for the journey. Neither strategy is right or wrong. I just know my current approach plays our studio's strength. No going dark here. So, shots kinda fired, okay, here. Kinda. Because he's not wrong here. What if the hard pivot on Riot's MMO is good because they wanna go towards faster paced MMO? Or sorry, faster paced delivery of the MMO. What if that's what they wanna do? What if they realize that with the current way they wanna deal with Riot's MMO, what if they realized it would actually take them so much longer than they would love for it to, you know, happen? That's a weird sentence, you know what I mean. Going dark after exposing... I mean, it's like... Oh, let me go. Just... I don't trust Twitter. Hold on. There we go. I've had too many things in the bio. So... it's not like the MMO is dead, no. That's not what is happening. That's not what's happening. But they very clearly realize the path that they are taking is not good. I'm gonna give you an example of what might have happened. Maybe they decided to actually make the MMO the old school style of... Again, I'm gonna go back to WoW. You have a giant MMO world with two continents. The reason why this worked in the past is because if you look at the world of the classic WoW, it is kinda barren. It's like... You have fields of grass, there is one tree, there is a fallen rock, and just mobs scattered around, like, mindlessly walking around, right? There is no, like, cohesion in actually making the world look great. That's why modern WoW nails it. But here's the thing, modern WoW, every time they release an expansion, that expansion, the continent, is kinda small. It's kinda small. So if you wanna make a new MMO with a massive world out of nowhere, with the modern standards for the fidelity of a world that you would expect, it would take so much longer than what they did for the original WoW. So maybe as they were working on Riot's MMO, they realized that making a modern MMO with the classic standards is brutal. So instead, maybe they are trying to pivot into another form of an MMO that allows them to start with something small, so they can pump it out faster, but expand on it. So maybe it's not even gonna be a traditional MMO with open world, you know, open world from the beginning where like you walk around, level up, do stuff. Maybe it is gonna be a lot more instance-based. The Genshin way? Genshin is kind of missing the leveling that's part of an MMO. I know what you mean. It doesn't have... Genshin has the wonder of exploration. I'll give them that. Exploration at the beginning. When you are blind to what's really behind Genshin. When you dive into the game for the first time, the exploration of the world is wonderful. That's godly. I would actually love to forget what I know about Genshin just to explore again. That was so cool. Then you kind of realized, yeah, you're doing the same thing over and over, and that's it. So, maybe Riot realized this. Maybe they realized that there is a different new form of an MMO that works better than the classic version, because using modern standards, you can do it differently. Sure. Now here's the question. When's the next Riot anniversary? Hold on, when was... Okay, League of Legends release. Legends release date. 2009. I'm calling it now, 2029. No, this year is 15th anniversary. Yeah, sure, we're getting Arcane. We are... My prediction for the 15th anniversary, Arcane... We are getting a demo of Project L, because that would be a no-brainer to do, especially if you have the bridge in the background. some kind of a playable demo of Project L, or sorry, 2XKO. I don't know. Arcane Bridge in League ARAM, please. I would. That would be nice, please. Other than that, I don't know. 2029. Very realistically, and I really mean this, very realistically, after these news, we could get a piece of news. No, no! Oh, you thought 2029 is when it's releasing? No. 2029 is when we are getting some news. Okay? Remember how, remember how the Project L came out with the new art style, and then, you know, 2 years later, we are now barely getting into, like, a playable state? Yeah, that's what 2029 is gonna be. Okay? 2035? You know what? Yeah. No, wait, that's 11 years from now. There's no way. No. You know what? No. 2031, 2032 is my guess. Like 2031, 32. I can't believe I'm saying it. It's 2024. Now, the saddest news out of all of this is I can't make Riot MMO videos anymore. I can't. What am I gonna do now? I can't. Well, damn it. I'm locked. Sheesh. Hollow Knight lore. You know, I did wanna do the potion event today for Genshin. I wanna play more Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight is so good. Variety lore. No, I tried to do this. I tried to do variety lore. You might not notice, I actually tried. I tried when Hogwarts Legacy came out, believe it or not. Wasn't the best game to start with. Given what was happening around it. But no, variety lore is extremely niche. Because for variety lore, you're not gonna get a stable audience. That's what I learned the hard way. I really tried. I actually covered the lore of... I did Hogwarts, I did Elden Ring, actually. I have a video on Elden Ring. I believe I talked about Diablo 4 even. That was I really tried. And I learned you can't really do that. If you want to do lore, you have to be very specific on a very specific niche topic, so your audience loves the thing and they come back for it. You can't do variety. Unfortunately, that doesn't work. I believe, maybe I wasn't even the first one to try it, but there is a reason why. I do not believe there is a single channel on YouTube that does this. It's because it doesn't work, unfortunately. You know, something like Let's Play, but it's actually like, let's talk about the lore. Oh, I actually talk about Stray. The lore of Stray was so good. That was one of my favorite videos. Necrit Stray. Yep, I did this. I also did a speed run. Look, there's my full Stray playthrough. Okay, 2 hours for the achievement. Stray, the Stray was so... See, no one really watched it. It's because it makes sense. Unless you're into the topic, no one really cares. But Stray was my favorite piece of gaming lore of that year. That one was insane. But yeah, no, it's because, yeah, Vadi does... And here's the thing, because Vadi does Dark Souls, but he's more of a... But he also did Armored Core, so he's more of a... what are they called? The devs. I'm an idiot. You know the devs. God damn it! FromSoft! He's more of a FromSoft lore guy now. And the same thing happened to me, actually. I started with League. I am now more of a League lore guy. Riot lore guy. Because, you know, I can talk about TFT. I can talk about the Wild Rift. I can talk about the Riot MMO. I talked about Valorant before. But yeah, I'm doing the same thing. So Arcane. You know what? Arcane, sure. It's all because it's all linked anyway. So you can do that. You can get Legends of Runeterra. I am an idiot. I have not. It's because we didn't get new cards in a while. Okay, that's why I forgot. You could read every book in Genshin. There is no way no one did that. There is no way. I'm gonna call you out. There's no way no one did that. There has to be someone who did it, right? There is no way. There's no way. Someone has to do an audiobook on Genshin. But yeah, I even talked about the lore of Genshin. But to be fair, Hoyovers are nuts. And they are, they are like, you know what? This guy made a really cool Genshin video. Let's sponsor him for another video. So that's why I got sponsored to do Star Rail. I got sponsored to do Star Rail twice, I believe. And then I got sponsored for Fontaine. And I have one more patch in Genshin 2. Hoyovers are nuts. They are actually nuts. They are like, you know what? You like this game? Hell yeah, make a video about it. They're crazy. But yeah. What did I miss? Oh, Chibin, you know what you missed? Trindamir appeared and gave us 100 subs. That's what you missed. If you look above the chat, see who's the top gifted person. My opinion was not affected though. My opinion did not change. I still do believe this line is nonsensical. This one. We don't believe you all want an MMO that you've played before with a Runeterra coat of paint. No. No. We do want that. People do want that. Like a majority of people want that. Play Warframe? That's one thing that people are... You know what? If they sponsor me for Warframe, sure. Sure. But that's one that people really want me to get into. I don't want that? No, you liar. You're a liar. Wait, is he actually... I didn't look into it. Did he actually lead Andromeda? See, again, I told people, you know, the BioWare and EA, this is a smoking gun that people will jump on and they will be like, ah, no, BioWare and EA, ah. This is, like, people will jump on this. I will tell you, don't panic. Again, no developer ever wants to make a bad game. No one ever wants to do that, and I mean that, like, literally. Think about if you're in the shoes of someone leading Andromeda, for example. Let's say you are leading Andromeda. Do you want to make a bad game? Because your name is gonna be on the front of it. People will know that you are the leader of that game. Do you want to make it bad? No, you don't. That's because these games, and in Andromeda's case, I believe that was actually the case after people did the interviews. That game was rushed out because the financial management wanted to be done with it. Okay, I don't know if he led Andromeda and Anthem. Anthem actually failed for a different reason. Actually, Anthem. No, Anthem couldn't have been the problem of game producer. Anthem... Actually, I'm mixing up the names. Whoever is responsible for making the game, like literally making the game, it wasn't their fault. As far as we know, Anthem there was someone at EA who was like, we want to make a game, but we don't really have the vision for it. Just like, fake something, let's see what people think, we're gonna make something after people get excited. That's what happened to Anthem. There are actually amazing interviews about that. It could be producer. I don't know if that's the title. Because it's, okay, game director is the one that like really is... It could be marketing. I don't know if marketing would have that kind of power though. If it is producer, that is scary because his title is indeed executive producer. If If that's the title, we should be scared. Because no, Andromeda was pushed out early. We know about that. Anthem was mismanaged. We know about that too. Thankfully, everything that came before those, BioWare kind of nailed it, okay? BioWare nailed those. Everything that came before Anthem and before Andromeda, amazing, godly, love BioWare. Mass Effect is my favorite video game series of all time. I have played through the series probably about 12 times. I'm lying, probably like 6 times, because all 3 games together are like 80 hours. More, like 120. So no. But yeah, no, Mass Effect is actually my favorite. I do have the freaking Mass Effect helm right there. I actually have a replica of Shuriken, one of the guns from Mass Effect as well. I can pull them out if you want. I haven't shown them in a while. Actually, I think the replica of the gun is like hidden behind boxes. But I do have that. So I wouldn't, you know, this strikes exactly zero fear in my head right now, because I kind of know how development works on this level. No one really wants to make it. Mass Effect 3 was rushed. I do believe they were running out of time. It was rushed, but not that much. It was rushed. They didn't have time to make the final cinematics, and that's why they were like, we're just gonna change the colors. So Mass Effect 3 was not that bad, but yes, that was the ending was the pivot point. Minecraft server when? Where do you come from? Last time I played Minecraft was literally 12 years ago. Probably. Yeah, the ending was rushed, unfortunately. Still a big fan of Mass Effect 3. Still a big fan. Even though the ending didn't have like satisfying thing with all the choices you made, I still liked the ending. He was the lead producer for Andromeda. Also lead producer for Star Wars Squadron. Star Wars Squadron, gameplay-wise, good. Gameplay-wise, really good. Didn't it have... Wasn't the fault that they had like 3 maps and some weird microtransactions? I think, yeah, Squadron was good. It had a weird issue. I don't remember what the issue was now. Andromeda, yeah, that one's kind of scary. Not as scary as Anthem. Anthem is the scariest. And Anthem is scary. Andromeda, nyeh. I have not seen the new Star Rail animated short. Oh, I will watch that. I don't know how much more there is to talk about now. But goddamn, this was quite a talk. I don't know how much there is to talk about. God damn, what a piece of news though, huh? You know what's gonna be the intro for my video? I know, because I'm gonna be talking about this on my channel tomorrow. I know exactly what the intro is. I know exactly what the intro is gonna be. It's gonna be me walking in front of a green screen, looking back. And you know what's gonna be behind me? This. And I will regret the choice of the title of that video. Because this is gonna bite me in the ass. Yeah. Well, yeah, it turns out it wasn't actually done. Yeah, it turns out it was not done. The ghost of Ghostcrawler in the corner, nah. Dude, Ghostcrawler's gone, and he's like, we're gonna push it out in 2 years. Yeah. It's kind of amazing how like there is a rivalry between all the MMOs now, because Ashes of Creation is kind of like dominated by the hype. Personally, I'm not really hyped for Ashes of Creation. The social structure is a bit too niche for me. It's a bit too overwhelming for like a casual MMO player, I guess. Ghostcrawler and his team are on the other side. They are like, you know what? We're gonna make the easiest accessible MMO you can get, so people can just get in. If you like Minecraft, hey, you will like our game. So like, you know, now there's a rivalry between Ashes of Creation and now Ghostcrawler's MMO, and you know, Riot's MMO was holding. Now it kind of like fell behind, but yeah, it's still there. Oh yeah, his tweet. Yeah, I showed it on stream. Yeah, Ghostcrawler said, yeah, we made a new studio because, yeah, we don't want to make, you know, we don't want it to take ages to make a game. It's also because Ghostcrawler literally said that the Riot MMO would be his last game that he would be working on. Like, he wanted that game to be his, like, last project, his, like last love letter. He probably realized, just like it's happening to us, that he might not be around before the MMO comes out. And he didn't understand the reason why it took so long. So maybe that's why he got his own studio, so he can pump out one more game. And everyone's gonna be happy. Gosh darn it. Anyway, I think that's it. I think that's it for our talk about... I think that's it for the TED talk about our MMO.